I would get in the Lululemon shorts, a t-shirt, bare feet, and I'll do it there. Film it. Oh, man. Yes! Our special guest star, Jennifer Hedger, is back all week with us here.
Oh, yeah.
In Sports Center with Jay and Dan. This is going to be another fun show. What was I talking about there in the open? You'll never know.
No, the look on my face says it all, though. I was like, all right, yes.
All right. Enough of that out of you, on right. Well, here we go. It's baseball, and it's the Blue Jays, and they're going into Monday 25 games below 500.
You know it, beginning a 6-game homestand, rainy night in the T-Dot, so the dome closed as the Indians are in town to face the Jays. Ryan Borucki making a season debut. He's the 15th different starting pitcher for Toronto this season. That's a new franchise record, top of 2. Borucki induces the grounder. Justin Smoke goes to second for the force out. The Indians challenge. Oh dear, Freddie Galvis comes off the bag before he catches the ball. Call on the field overturned, and that's going to bite the Jays after Borucki got second out of the inning. His finger was bothering him a bit. You can see some blood on the uni. Well, it turns out it was just a cut. Thank goodness, because this guy, Aaron Sanchez, knows all about finger problems. He's the blister guy. Borucki would stay in the game. Facing Francisco Lindor, the Indian star shortstop takes him up the middle, and there it is. 2-run score. Galvis's error comes back to bite the Jays. Borucki went just 4 2/3. He gave up 2 earned runs. Bottom of the second. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. trying to get something going. He sends one down the line, trying to stretch it into a double. Vladdy. No. Tyler Naquin comes up throwing. He guns Vladdy down at second. It's a bullet of a throw and a bit of a rough slide from Vladdy. Naquin's league-leading 9th outfield assist. Next up's Justin Smoke. Demolishes it. Smokes it into the second deck. Just a solo shot, though. Jays are within 1. We're going to the 9th. Jays down to the last strike. Kevin Biggio shoots one to right. Jason Kipnis, the snow cone. Great catch to end the game. Indians have now won 8 of their last 9 as they make a charge to try and get into that postseason picture. 7-3 the final.
Last season, the Yankees broke their record for home runs as a team, and this season they're on pace to shatter that record. But there's a team in the American League that is hitting way more bombers than the Bombers, and that's the Twins. Both teams are leading their divisions, making their 3-game set a possible playoff preview. First 2 batters of the game walked, and then Encarnacion.
To third, out there, out at second, a triple play. Unbelievable.
This is the first triple play in Target Field history. Minnie's first in over 2 years. The Target Field's only been around for 2 years. 3rd inning, close play on the mound. Mike Tuckman lines one back. And real close call. Luckily, Martin Perez able to get out of the way. Mitch Garver, 3 home runs in his last 4 games. This is another home run. Taking CC Sabathia deep. Sabathia has been very good against the Twins in his career, but Garver's got his 18th of the season. And then in his next at-bat, he goes yard again. The Twins continue to just mash 5 solo home runs in this game, and they win the opener in the battle of first place American League team. Astros hosting the A's. It was Apollo 11 night in Houston, so that's Rick Armstrong, who's the son of Neil Armstrong, on hand to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. Bottom 2, Astros rookie sensation Yordan Alvarez. This his 11th home run of the year. Then in the 3rd, more from the Astros rookie. Hits it to the wall and left. That'll bring home a pair. Alvarez, first player in Major League history with 35 RBIs over his first 30 career games. The next batter is Yuli Gurriel. This single to left will bring in Houston's 11th run of the game. Garrett Cole rocking the Apollo 11 hat.
1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 more.
Top 6.
No strikeouts last inning.
Becomes the 2nd fastest pitcher to record 200 strikeouts in a season.
But he's batting average
And
179 against it.
then in the 7th, Cole with his 11th strikeout of the game. He finishes with 11 strikeouts. Astros put on 11 runs. They win 11-1 the final. Apollo 11 synergy.
Wow. Look up. Some shocking news out of Winnipeg. Bombers receiver Chris Matthews reportedly stabbed over the weekend. We've got the latest on the situation next.
Marlins uniforms.
I actually didn't even notice them when I was doing that pack.
Okay.
So I guess we won't talk about that. I would like to encourage everybody, though, to hit up Hedges.
Yeah.
If they are needing any sort of arborist work.
Yeah, any landscaping in the yard? You like the yard work, Hedges?
I do a little bit of gardening.
Yeah?
Yeah, not much.
Is that right?
Pretty
You're
low
like,
maintenance.
the Mark Cullen of your neighborhood, so to
Well,
speak?
yeah. I cut the lawn.
How cool
A
would
couple
it
of
be?
hibiscus plants. A hydrangea bush.
What?
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I have turf.
You have
in my
fake
yard.
grass, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, one of those guys.
Oh, it's awesome.
So, like, the kid spills the ice cream cone on it, and you just hose it right
hose
down.
it down. Doesn't get hot.
Animals piss.
Yeah, all the time. Hose that down.
Yeah.
It's like a carpet outside.
Yeah, no, I know. We have friends who have it. It's quite cool.
Yeah, I really like it.
Wintertime, it's green.
Yep.
Fall, spring. You
Oh,
always
it's
have to give
beautiful.
it
As soon as the
great
snow melts, it's like, boom, it's
Done.
springtime.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, it's springtime in Calgary. It's summer. Because the city of Calgary is getting a brand new arena, Hedge. It's the Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation. They own the Flames, the Roughnecks, and the Stampeders, and the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede Limited. They've all agreed on conditions to build a new arena to replace the Saddle Dome. City of Calgary and the owners of the Flames will be splitting the cost, $550 million.
Let's get to the chase. This is a good deal for Calgary. Today's an important day because today is not about politics and it's not about the bottom line and it's not about the numbers as much as those matter to me and to everyone else in the room. Today is about creating the Calgary of the future. It's about creating a place where generations of Calgarians will build memories, will achieve their dreams, and will, above all, form community. It is very special, and I'm very pleased that we can all be a part of it. Thank you all.
Nothing better than a lineup of politicians.
Oh,
eh?
man. And Ken King, who was so, he and Nenshi really didn't like each other.
It was off.
He was smiling. He was smiling at Nenshi there. So, it's all coming together. And they really needed this arena, as you know.
They do, and as soon as Edmonton got their new arena, there was a big rivalry between those cities.
Right.
You knew that Calgary was like, why do they get to have nice things and we don't?
Edmonton got, 20 Garth Brooks concerts and... Right? I mean, they've gotten, for the last 2 years, all these
They all go to
concerts
Edmonton, yeah.
Because Calgary's arena was older. My question for you, though, very quickly, are they going to go with another, cowboy-themed, a saddle?
They kind of own that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they have to come up with something. But what could that be?
That will be another 3-year debate.
Yes.
What's it going to look like?
What will it look like?
According to multiple reports coming out of Winnipeg, this is concerning news. Blue Bombers receiver Chris Matthews was stabbed at a downtown restaurant over the weekend. It was believed that Matthews was taken to hospital and released and was participating in practice on Monday. CTV contacted the Winnipeg police. They said they received a call regarding a disturbance at a bar on Smith Street around 2:10 a.m. on Sunday morning. They went on to say that one individual suffered minor injuries and no arrests have been made at this point. When asked if there will be further investigation, police said no charges are forthcoming.
Any comment on the Chris Matthews situation?
No, we'll leave that for the Winnipeg Police Services.
Is Chris Matthews okay?
Yep, he's good.
Fine.
I'm
Totally
glad.
cool.
Yeah. Darren Bombing of TSN Radio in Winnipeg said he was looking like his normal self at practice Monday. So
It seems like a story that they kind of just don't really want to talk about and would like it to just go away.
Right, I guess so. Yeah, go out in the Exchange District. Things can happen. Meanwhile, soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo will not be charged for an alleged sexual assault from 2009. Prosecutors announced Monday allegations against Ronaldo could not be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Catherine Mayorga claims Ronaldo raped her in Las Vegas 10 years ago. Mayorga had initially filed a police report, but the criminal investigation was closed after she refused to disclose Ronaldo's name or where the incident occurred. Ronaldo and Mayorga reached a civil settlement in 2010, but in 2018, Mayorga asked for the case to be reopened naming Ronaldo as the offender.
Elsewhere, UFC light heavyweight champion John Bones Jones has been charged with battery stemming from an alleged incident at a strip club in New Mexico. The incident in question occurred in April, in which Jones is accused of putting a cocktail waitress in a chokehold and refusing to stop touching her even after she asked him to stop. Jones took to Twitter to deny any wrongdoing, tweeting, "I'm definitely not in any trouble, my friend. Don't be so quick to believe everything you read on the internet." John Bones Jones, if this was the first offense,
right,
we could probably go, you know what, let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He does have a bit of a reputation for getting himself into trouble and making very bad decisions.
I have some examples. 2012 DWI, 2015 pled guilty to a felony hit and run, got community service for that. 2016 violated his probation for allegedly drag racing. And then, of course, there's the two failed drug tests.
Drug tests,
know about.
yes.
So, you know, it's amazing because Dana, as in Dana White, we're on a first-name basis, desperately wants John Jones because the argument is out there.
He's great for the sport. People love him.
He's probably the best ever in the sport. He's probably pound for pound the best ever and should be the face of the sport, the superstar that transcends the sport even more than Connor does. And he just keeps getting in his own way.
I got to think that they have got babysitters to follow this guy around.
You
and
would think,
still,
yeah, if you're the UFC, you just can't seem to stay out of trouble. Odell Beckham Jr., meanwhile, revealed in a brand new cover story with GQ that he felt disrespected by the Giants' decision to trade him to the Browns earlier this offseason, saying, quote, "I feel disrespected, like after everything I've done for them, this is me being honest, this team has not been good for the last 6 years. I felt like I was the main reason to keeping that brand alive. They were getting primetime games as a 5-11 team. Why? Because people want to see the show. You want to see me play." Beckham also added that things got so bad over the past few years, he even contemplated stepping away from the game. The interview covers things like his musical taste, his hairstyle, his happiness, and his time with the G-Men. Here's some photos of OBJ featured in the article. It's like he fell asleep in that last
he's
one.
like sleeping with his shirt. He's like wrapped in a massive piece of newsprint in like a $27,000 jacket. But here's the thing. I actually like it when athletes do this. I think that when they do these photo shoots and the photographer tries to get all artsy with them and show another side. Austin Matthews did it last year.
We remember this picture that he had the
something
thumb
in my
his eye. Sometimes you get a little of that sleep stuff in your eye.
Absolutely. Eye gunk, crust.
Eye boogers. He's got it there. And it's coming out.
They just always look so unnatural because it's just not their natural habitat.
No,
and you know,
it's not.
You've got some fashion photographer going, yes, I love it, I love it.
It's like, but athletes now seem to be more savvy about this kind of stuff. Like Beckham is so stylish.
Right.
And Russell Westbrook is so, the way he dresses is so modern.
Well, and it's an opportunity for him to take his shirt off and have a photo taken.
That's true, too. But I agree with him, Jen, about the Giants.
Being the show, yeah.
He was the Giants, right? I mean, Eli's on the downside of his career.
Right.
You're watching the Giants, you want to see that guy play. He's 100% right about that.
He's the guy who sold tickets.
Team.
Most receptions, second most receiving yards in NFL history through 50 career games.
He's one of the biggest stars in the league, and the Giants just screwed it up.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Another star in the NFL, Julian Edelman, expected to be sidelined about 3 weeks with a finger injury, bum finger. Edelman was spotted at his youth camp over the weekend with a small brace on his left thumb. It's uncertain whether he suffered a break or a sprain while catching a pass. With veterans set to report Wednesday, the Pats will be without a top receiver. Another NFL football player, veteran, is not going to be able to participate in spring training.
That's right. He's probably really
won't be able to go to camp.
I
think it's interesting too. They just saw him at a youth camp and they saw the sprain on his thumb. It's not like there was a press release went out or anything like that. It was just a brace.
Just like, hey, what's going on there? And he was like, all right, I'm fessing up. It's all messed up.
2-year extension worth $19 million.
Yeah, signed a big deal in the offseason. So the Pats, Gronk retired, maybe coming back. We don't know. Josh Gordon suspended, Sony Michel and Demaryius Thomas on the PUP list. So Bill Belichick's going to have to go out and find one of these receivers that underachieved on a previous team and will miraculously
Off the
be
scrap
amazing.
heap, exactly. We'll catch the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely, exactly what will happen. We know it, don't we? This is interesting. Tim Duncan has been named assistant coach of the San Antonio Spurs. He played his entire 19-year career with San Antonio. He won 5 titles. He's a Hall of Famer, one of the best ever. After the hiring, his coach, Greg Popovich, said it's only fitting after I served loyally for 19 years as Tim Duncan's assistant that he returns the favor. Pop's so funny. This is fascinating to me because he seems too great of a player. I mean, maybe the best ever at his position to become an assistant coach. But San Antonio is such a unique organization, aren't they?
And he seems like a guy, too, because he was such a reluctant superstar, such a cerebral guy, coaching is probably perfect for him.
That's a great point.
You know, like he was such a mentor to the guys on the team. He's going to be a great guy on the bench for them, I would suspect, and he knows what it takes to win.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you think of someone like Jason Kidd, who just went straight to head coaching, whether he deserved that or not. And, you know, I think Duncan probably could have done that. But it does say something about and he probably lives in San Antonio and, frankly, wants to be able to be close to home for most of the home games, right?
Absolutely, and hang out with Pop. Washington Wizards are going to offer Bradley Beal a 3-year, $111 million max extension. However, Beal could be eligible to sign a 5-year, $254 million supermax extension next summer if he earns All-NBA status in the coming season. The 26-year-old still has 2 years, $55.8 million left on his current contract. These numbers that we're speaking about in basketball now, I don't even think it phases us anymore. These supermax deals, $111 million. And Beal is saying, you know what, offer it. Thanks very much. We'll probably take some time to decide on that.
And I don't think he will take it because, as you pointed out, he's still under contract. And Ted Leonsis, the owner of the Wizards, he also owner of the Washington Capitals, said today, as in Monday, that John Wall, the other star guard for the Washington Wizards, may be out the entire season. So now Beal is going to have a chance to just pad those stats and maybe get to that All-NBA status he needs to get to that Supermax. So maybe he'll bet on himself and do it. That might be the only interesting thing to watch about the Washington Wizards this year. It is time to check in with the Maple Leafs, Jen. And the ongoing negotiations with restricted free agent Mitch Marner. That means it's time for Marner Watch.
There's still nothing to report.
This has been Marner Watch. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say the Toronto Maple Leafs did make Michael Neuvirth an offer for professional tryout. Jay, the 31-year-old veteran, has a career .910 save percentage. He's played for the Capitals, he's played for the Sabres, the Islanders, and most recently the Flyers, posting a 1-4-1 record for Philly last year, appearing in only 7 games due to a lower body injury. And you love it when I say record. I learned how to say record from the man who invented the word record, Michael Landsberg, formerly of Off the Record.
Which was shot in this studio.
In this very studio. If it was record, we probably would spell it R-E-C-U-R-D.
That's right, and that's probably what Michael would tell you if you asked him why he pronounces it that way, and he's the only one to do that.
And now me. But Neuvirth, good for him, because Toronto has had some issues as far as their backup goaltenders are concerned. Freddie Anderson, obviously #1 with the bullet. But Garrett Sparks had the opportunity last season, did not take the bull by the horns.
Still under contract, though. Maybe he could bounce back. Who knows? But there's more Leaf news, Jen.
More Leaf news. Newly acquired defenseman Tyson Barrie has decided to switch his number. After wearing number 41 and 4 during his tenure with the Avalanche, Barrie took to Instagram to reveal he will be wearing number 94 when the 2019 NHL season begins.
Victoria, Denver, Toronto. I like that. So you're asking yourself, are there famous Leafs who wore number 94? In fact, there were 2, Yannick Perreault in 2007, but more famously, the man who was always embarrassing opposing tenders, Sergei Berezin, for quite a while, 97 to 2001. Sergei Berezin, number 94 in your program, #1 in your heart.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Austin Matthews, we showed a picture of him in GQ.
He's all over the show.
Okay, now he's posted this over the weekend, and producer Tim wanted to show it because there's so many things to take in here. Patty Marleau goes and visits Austin, presumably in Arizona and Scottsdale. And Hedge, first of all, your thoughts on what you're seeing here?
Well, they've rented scooters, which is interesting. Austin Matthews with the half pullback pony is an interesting look. Perhaps it was hot though, doesn't want to have hair in his eyes. The socks and sandals is an oft ridiculed look that I am coming around on for the sole reason that I don't know as though there's anything more comfortable than a fresh white pair of sports socks and a shower slide.
That's right. The slides and socks
comfortable.
Is the best. It's like a spa all day long.
It's like a robe for your foot. And I have criticized that look in the past. I am not doing it anymore now that I have tried it.
I feel like for the next generation, it's a thing, and they're embracing it in a way that our generation didn't, because we associated socks and sandals with Birkenstocks and the work socks.
The slouchy work socks.
That's
like wool,
right.
no breathing.
Itchy wool ones.
The patchouli oil wearing crew.
Yes, that crew, hacky sacks everywhere. It was disturbing.
It's an upgrade.
This is much better.
Sometimes you got to just look at an idea and go, you know what? That's a good idea.
This generation improved on it.
That's a good idea.
1000%. Way to go, this generation. When we come back, I will do 10 push-ups for every Janny we run. Producer Tim loves the Jannies, so get ready for me to do 200 push-ups.
Sweating with the oldies. Here we go, Yankees and Twins. New York with runners on first and second. No outs in the first. Edwin Encarnacion grounding into a triple play. 719th triple play in history. 13th in Twins history. First triple play turned by the Twins since June 1st of 2017. Oh, Edwin.
It's cool. It is cool, and it will surely be our highlight of the night. Indians and Jays. Toronto down to their final out in the ninth. Kevin Biggio, shallow right, Jason Kipnis ends the game in pretty impressive fashion.
I believe that's called a snow cone grab. Red Sox and Rays.
Oh, here's the push-ups.
Here we go. Where's his Lululemons? Did you know that after returning to the dugout from his coaching duties, Rays first base coach Ozzie Timmons does 10 push-ups for every run the Rays scored the previous inning? I didn't know that.
Pretty good form. Ace throws, runner on first, Brian Schlitter gets Michael Brantley to ground it back to the mound. But Schlitter thinks it's 2 out, tosses it to first for the out. Tony Kemp heads up play, goes from first to third. So that's the adventures of Schlitter.
You don't want to stumble on that name. Orioles and D-backs. Jonathan Villar, ground ball to third. He gets robbed by a diving Jake Lamb. This Lamb knows baseball. Throws to first for the out.
You know what I think of when you hear a name like Schlitter?
What?
You think, at what point isn't someone in the family say, listen, guys, this name is not
It's not working for us.
Like, this is not helping the family.
No.
Why don't we just all come up, we'll just call ourselves Jones. Like, we'll just start now, we're the Jones family.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't need to be Schlitter.
Or even Schlitz.
Yeah. Yeah, Schlitz might be good.
Schlitz would be good.
Schlitz
Awkward
malt
fist
liquor.
bump. There it is. Cardinals and Pirates. Adam Frazier. Routine fly ball to center. Left fielder Tyler O'Neill. Well, he makes the easy grab, but that doesn't stop Jero Munoz from hustling, even diving in the background. What are you doing, Jero?
Yankees Twins. Luis Alvarez ground ball back to the mound. Jonathan Holder. He's got that one. No problemo. Ooh, nice glove save.
It is time now for the plays of the week, where Drake makes an appearance. Not Drake the Six God, but rather Drake the 6-year-old. The Kalamazoo Growlers went viral this week when Coach Drake, as he's known, threw a fit after being ejected. Now, if you're looking for context, you're not alone. I assume this is someone's kid from the team, but honestly, nobody has explained why a 6-year-old is impersonating Lou Piniella in the Northwoods Baseball League. Enjoy the plays of the week.
Out comes Coach Drake. He did not like the last ball. He might get tossed. And he's gone. Oh, no. I think he's going to try and get dirty with the playing surface. Oh, there goes one. There goes two. This is the most anger I've ever seen out of a 6-year-old. Spiking his hat on home plate, the ultimate sign of disrespect.
That kid.
Hi.
We'll never know.
I never remember when we're coming up there.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
not used to coming up on the 2-shot. I'm like looking over.
Yeah, you're working. You're doing work.
Hi, everyone.
Picking your nose.
Picking my nose.
Well, again, that's on Tim to let us know what's going on. And Tim's busy.
Producer Tim doesn't realize I'm not used to the schedule for the show.
Yeah. Coming up with stuff. Planning. We're off next week. By the way, if anyone doesn't know, this show is not on next week. We're on a hiatus 1 week and then returns with Dan O'Toole shows.
Dan O'Toole. I remember that guy.
Yeah, he's still not a tall
He's not a tall man.
Not a tall man.
But a lovely, lovely individual.
Great guy.
Met my husband at his wedding.
Oh, right.
You know
Remember?
it, right?
And he had the Toonie bar?
He had the Toonie bar charging people for alcohol in his parents' backyard.
It was weird.
It was fine.
And now, this day in Jay and Jen history.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Whoa.
Ron, do you feel the love?
Yes, I do.
Skippy.
Hey, what is this worth?
About $100.
Yeah? Great.
You the man!
This has been This Day in Jay and Jen history.
Gosh, this is not kind to us.
Seemed like a really good idea at the time.
Oh, man.
Rod was great, though.
How about Rod looking like he's not aged a day?
Nothing.
Looks like $1 million.
That hair still works.
Beautiful.
The pipes are still there.
Voice. Oh, man, that's tough.
I totally forgot about that commercial.
Yeah,
We used to do commercials to promote our programs.
We did. That's right. What happened to those
I don't
things?
know. Well, I think the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, they were not
They
great.
weren't that effective.
They were not great, but they were fun, actually.
Yeah.
The latest edition of the Jay and Dan podcast is a sensational episode. Our old friend from the NFL Network, Peter Schrager, is our guest, alongside our old friend from Fox, Mike Botticello, Sexy Mike himself. And we have an announcement about our latest tour stop in Regina. Regina. It's all in the iHeartRadio app.
Oh, it is the
And Olsen in the
worst.
4th inning.
Houston, Brian Schlitter
back to
fields
the
the ground
mound.
ball, thinks there's 2 outs, so he just soft tosses to
Nobody
first.
knows how many outs
Tony
there are.
Kemp realizes this, takes off for
Schlitter
third,
thought
gets
there
a
was
free
2
90
outs.
feet.
He didn't
Schlitter.
go for the double play, and then nobody covered third,
worst.
so Tony Kemp kept going.
It is highlight of the night time, and it is, as we predicted, the triple play. First ever at Target Field, and I blew it when I mentioned this earlier. I said Target Field had only been open for 2 years.
Right.
It opened 9 years ago.
No, that's an honest
There you go.
mistake.
Now, what I really messed up, as we show you our You Blew It segment where we point out our errors, is the fact that someone pointed out, one of our viewers, that maybe it's time for me to pick up some new shoes. Right?
You've done a lot of walking in those shoes, on, right?
I guess I have.
You're doing some light jogging in those shoes?
Yeah, I mean, we have a vast parking lot here
Yeah.
at Scarborough's campus, so...
I don't know. I don't know how more responsible you can be for what the bottom of your shoes look like. I mean, there's no doo-doo on them.
Well, if Indochino wants to make shoes, sometimes you get a little of that sleet stuff in your
Absolutely. Eye gunk, crust.
eye boogers.